In this video, we're going to show you how you can add materials to any type of equipment. In this example, we're going to be adding it to a boiler. This would be material that is not currently in the tables and you need it. You've got a deadline or whatever, and you need to get it into your tables for use. You first of all go into the materials column, which is K, to the material part. You hit search, and let's say we're looking for boiler material. And I look through here and I don't see anything that I'm wanting to use that is what I'm after. So what you do here is you basically go over to tables, and clear here on the right hand side is where all the materials are. We scroll up so we can see something. And there's these buttons called options that are above the materials where we can add materials at cost. And there's options all the way through. It's the same options button, just different locations. I'm going to click on options. I'm going to select add material or subcontract with cost, hit OK. It wants you to make a description. Now, in this example, we received a quote from this company on the material we're looking for, and it's a boiler 400A and 500A parts. And so I'm just going to use that. I'm going to go Control C, copy. And I'm going to go over here and I'm going to say boiler. I can spell it right. Boiler materials. And it can be any description you want. 400 and 500A. I'm going to hit OK. And now it wants to know what the cost is. We go back to the same quote and we say, well, that was 162. And we grab that, copy it, come over here and paste it, and then hit OK. It now gives you the opportunity to save this boiler materials 400A and 500A in a file anywhere on your file server, your desktop. You could send it to your supervisor or whoever to approve it if you need that approval. If you don't need the approval, you don't have to save it. You can hit cancel. So now if you look in this, it does have that boiler materials 400A and 500A, $162 at cost. Now, I saw another one in there as well, 700A parts. And so I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to add material. I'm going to go boiler. And this time, maybe you call it rebuild kit, whatever it is. But let's go ahead and call it materials again. And did I capture that 700A? No, I did not. So let me go back over here and copy the 700A right here. Remember, the name can be anything you want it to be. Okay. And then it wants to know what the cost is. This is a little more, 365. Copy. See, it's enter the cost of your new material. We entered it. Gives you a chance to save as or save. So you can send it to whoever approves this or cancel. And in this example, I canceled. And there it is right there. It put that right in below. So you've now got your cost at 162 and 365.25. If you go over clear across to the left, you'll see that has marked up now to 249 and 561.92. And that's based on the markup that your company has set for material, 35% margin. And that's how you set up material. So now you just go over here to service options and you hit search. I'm going to type in 400A, and it's going to show up. There it is, 400A and 500A. And that's not for both. That's for either or. It's a kit for either or. I'm going to hit enter. I put it in there, and there it is. There's your materials right there at the 249.23. If I go back over to tables, and I go to this right here, that's exactly what it came over at the markup. And you can do this really on any type of equipment, on any kind of material. And you just want to remember that when you do something that you get a quote, a written quote is what you need to get so that you have record of it. You'll notice over on the quote, they specifically say this is only good for a certain amount of time, 72 hours. Wow, that's a short quote, but that's the way it is. So the whole point is this probably isn't something that you can leave in your material tables permanently because pricing is always going to change on materials. It's fairly fluid in that arena.